Welcome to Blueprint Narratives, the official channel of indiaartanddesign.com, exploring the intricate layers behind architectural and design projects, one story at a time. Whether it's groundbreaking projects, innovative designs, or artistic expressions, each episode uncovers the depth of thought and craftsmanship behind these creations. Over to our aesthete crew, who will take this conversation forward.
Welcome to Blueprint Narratives, the official podcast channel for indiaartanddesign.com.
Yes.
This is episode number 1.
Okay.
And we're diving into the world of Patachitra.
All right.
You've probably seen these vibrant, colorful scrolls somewhere.
Right.
Maybe online.
Yeah.
Maybe in a museum.
Mm-hmm.
But today we're going beyond just the surface.
Okay.
We're going to unpack this 2,500-year-old art form.
Right.
With the help of our expert.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have you along for the ride.
I'm excited to be here. You know, Patachitra is more than just visually stunning.
Yeah.
It's a living history, a storytelling tradition that's evolved over centuries.
Right.
Our source for this deep dive is an article on indiaartanddesign.com by Shruti Chauhan, which does a phenomenal job of capturing the nuances of this art form.
Absolutely. Let's start with the basics.
Okay.
Patachitra. The word itself gives us a clue.
It does. Patachek means cloth scroll.
Okay.
And chitra means picture.
Yeah.
So essentially, we're talking about visual storytelling on scrolls. But what truly brings these scrolls to life are the artists, the Patuas.
Okay.
They don't just paint. They sing as well.
Wait, they sing?
Yes. They perform paterdans, which are songs that narrate the stories depicted in the paintings.
Wow.
Imagine experiencing these intricate scrolls not just by seeing them, but also hearing the stories behind them. It's a multi-sensory experience that connects you to the art on a whole different level.
Wow, that's amazing. I can almost hear the music and see the scrolls coming to life.
Yeah.
So what kinds of stories did they traditionally depict?
Traditionally, Patachitra was deeply rooted in Hindu mythology and folklore.
Okay.
You'd see scenes from epics like the Ramayana and the Mahabharata tales of gods and goddesses' stories passed down through generations.
Right.
It was a way of preserving and transmitting their cultural heritage.
So imagine these scrolls being unfurled, the Patuas singing these epic tales, captivating their audience.
Right.
But then, as with so many traditional art forms, the world started to change, right?
It did. The rise of electronic media, from television to the internet, posed a real challenge to traditional art forms like Patachitra.
Right.
People's attention shifted.
Yeah.
They had other ways to be entertained to access stories. For a while, it seemed like the art form was fading into the background.
I could see how that would happen. It's like a whole world of instant entertainment opened up, and these slower, more contemplative art forms struggled to keep up.
Right.
But then something interesting happened, right?
Yeah.
A revival of sorts.
Yes. Around 2004, a remarkable thing happened.
Okay.
It wasn't some top-down government initiative. It was the artists themselves, now called Chitrakars, along with organizations like Banglatak.com, who sparked a Patachitra revival.
How'd they do that?
They realized that to survive, Patachitra needed to speak to modern audiences.
Right.
They had to find a way to bridge the gap between tradition and modernity, so they started incorporating contemporary themes into their work.
Contemporary themes in a 2,500-year-old art form.
Yeah.
That's a pretty bold move.
They tackled events like the 9/11 attacks and the devastating 2004 tsunami.
Oh, wow.
They depicted political happenings and addressed social issues like HIV, AIDS, and environmental concerns.
Wow.
They even captured the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
Think about that. An ancient art form responding to a global crisis that shook the world.
Wow. That's a powerful way to make people pay attention.
Right.
Did they change the style of the art as well? Or did they keep it traditional?
What's fascinating is that while the themes evolved, the visual style remained rooted in tradition.
Okay.
It's still characterized by those vibrant primary colors. The figures closely juxtaposed the minimal backgrounds.
Right.
They retained those bold, angular lines, the use of repetitive motifs, and of course the abundance of flowers and foliage, especially in the borders.
Right.
If you look at a Patachitra scroll, even one with the modern theme, you'll instantly recognize it.
So they took a bold step forward with the themes, but they honored the visual language that defines Patachitra. I'm curious, what impact did this revival have on the artists? and their community.
Okay.
Did this shift to contemporary themes make a difference in their lives?
It absolutely did.
Oh, wow.
This wasn't just an artistic revival, it was an economic one as well.
Okay.
The Chitrekars weren't content with just painting scrolls.
Right.
They realized they needed to diversify to meet the market where it was.
So what do? Did they start selling their paintings online?
They did, but they went beyond that.
Okay.
They began applying their art to everyday items.
Okay.
Textiles, notebooks, bags, even home decor.
Oh, wow.
Suddenly you could wear Patachitra, carry it with you, or have it in your living room.
Wow.
It was genius.
I love that. It's like they took this ancient art form and made it accessible to a modern audience without compromising its essence.
Exactly.
Like wearable art, functional art.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
And this smart business move had a ripple effect.
Okay.
It boosted the village economy, providing a sustainable livelihood for the artists.
And the article mentions something particularly inspiring. The role of women in this revival.
Yes. This is one of the things that makes Patachitra's story so unique.
Yeah.
Women have always been integral to this art form.
Right.
They're not just painting.
Okay.
They're composing the songs, performing the pater gains, managing the business side of things.
Wow.
They're equal partners every step of the way.
That's so empowering. It's not just about preserving an art form.
Right.
It's about uplifting an entire community, empowering women to be financially independent and creatively fulfilled.
It is, and they took it a step further.
Okay.
In 2010, they established the POT Mea Festival,
Oh, wow.
an annual event that celebrates Patachitra
Okay.
and provides a platform for artists to showcase their work and connect with a wider audience.
I can imagine. That's a vibrant, colorful celebration full of music and storytelling.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing. But tell me, did this revival stay within the confines of the village, or did it reach beyond that?
It went global.
Wow.
The Chitrakars, through organizations like livelihoods.com, started collaborating with artists from around the world.
Okay.
There's a project called Ethnomagic Going Global, or EGG, that facilitates collaborations between the Patuas and European artists.
Okay.
It's fascinating to see how these collaborations have led to a fusion of traditional and contemporary styles,
Right.
pushing the boundaries of Patachitra even further.
That's incredible. So not only are they reviving their own art form, but they're also sharing it with the world,
Right.
creating something new and exciting in the process.
Yeah.
And it's all happening while staying true to their roots.
That's the key, isn't it?
Right.
Honoring the past while embracing the future.
Absolutely. And speaking of honoring the past,
Okay.
there's another significant development that we need to talk about.
Right.
The recognition that Patachitra has received in recent years. You're talking about the Geographical Indication tag, right?
Yeah.
I was reading about that. Can you explain to our listeners what that means and why it's so important?
Absolutely. It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
The GI tag, which Patachitra received recently, is like a stamp of authenticity and origin.
Okay.
It's similar to a trademark, but specifically for products that have a specific geographical origin and possess qualities or a reputation that are due to that origin.
So it's like saying, this is the real deal.
Exactly.
This Patachitra comes from the specific regions of West Bengal and Odisha.
Right.
And it's made with the traditional techniques and knowledge that have been passed down through generations.
Precisely.
It protects the authenticity of their art and helps promote it globally.
Right.
Think about it. If you're buying Patachitra,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to know that it's the genuine article?
Absolutely.
It's like a guarantee of quality and cultural heritage.
It is.
But beyond that, I imagine it also has economic implications, right?
It does. The GI tag helps secure the livelihoods of the Chitrakars. It gives them a competitive edge in the global art market, ensuring that their work is valued and recognized for its uniqueness. It's like a seal of approval that elevates their status and protects their craft from imitations.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we've seen how the Chitrakars have taken this ancient art form,
Yeah.
adapted it to the modern world,
Uh-huh.
and achieved global recognition. It's a truly inspiring story.
It is. It's a story of resilience, innovation, and the power of community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what truly stands out to me is the way they've managed to achieve all of this while staying true to their roots.
Yeah.
I know, as we're talking about this, I can't help but think about the bigger picture.
Okay.
What can other struggling art forms learn from the Chitrakars' experience? What are the key takeaways here?
That's a great question. I think there are several important lessons here.
Yeah.
First, the willingness to adapt is crucial.
Okay.
The Checkers didn't shy away from change.
Right.
They embraced it.
Yeah.
They understood that to survive, Their art form needed to evolve to speak to a contemporary audience.
Right. But adapting doesn't mean abandoning tradition.
Right.
It's about finding that balance between honoring the past and embracing the future.
Yeah.
The Chitrakars found that sweet spot.
They did.
They incorporated modern themes while preserving the visual language that defines Patachitra.
And let's not forget the business acumen.
Right.
They were strategic about diversifying their products, making Patachitra accessible in new and exciting ways.
Right.
They understood the importance of marketing promotion and collaborating with artists and organizations outside their community.
And the role of community can't be overstated.
Yeah.
The Chitrakars worked together, supported each other, and created platforms like the POT May Festival to showcase their art and connect with a wider audience. That sense of shared purpose, that collective effort.
Yeah.
It's a key ingredient in their success story.
Absolutely. And all of this, the adaptation, the business sense, the community spirit, it's all underpinned by a deep respect for their heritage.
Right.
They never lost sight of what makes Patachitra special, what makes it worth preserving.
It's that passion, the love for their art form that shines through.
Right.
And I think that's ultimately what makes their story so compelling.
I agree. It's a reminder that tradition, when approached with respect, ingenuity, and a willingness to adapt, can not only survive but thrive in the modern world.
And it's a story that offers hope for other struggling art forms.
It does.
It shows that revival is possible.
Right.
It shows that tradition and modernity can coexist.
Yeah.
Even complement each other.
It's a story that inspires us to look for those hidden gems in our own communities.
Yeah.
Those art forms that might be fading into the background, and to think about how we can help them find their own path to revival.
It's a reminder that art has the power to connect us to the past, to illuminate the present, and to inspire the future.
And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the fascinating world of Patachitra. We hope you've enjoyed the journey.
A huge thank you to Shruti Chauhan for her insightful article on indiaartanddesign.com.
Yes.
We'll have a link to her article in the show notes, along with some stunning visuals of Patachitra.
Right.
Be sure to check it out.
And to our listeners, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode.
Absolutely.
What stood out to you most from everything we learned today?
What resonated with you the most?
Yeah.
What other traditional art forms would you like us to explore?
Right.
Share your thoughts with us on social media or drop us an email.
Yeah.
We're always eager to connect with fellow art enthusiasts.
And until our next deep dive, keep exploring.
Absolutely.
Keep creating and keep those creative sparks flying.
Until next time.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for this fabulous session. Also to all of you listeners for joining us on Blueprint Narratives. We hope today's episode inspired you to see design in a new light. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the podcast with fellow art and design enthusiasts. For more stories, articles, and insights, visit us at indiaartanddesign.com. Until next time, keep exploring the beauty and depth of creativity.